Okay. 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 Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me or not because I don't have I don't know if the earphones work. I don't know. I should actually try to see if they work. They don't really work here. They work. They don't work here. I can't hear. I like the way the earphones look. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Chris King. Hello, Simon Arnold. The Jedster at Schaffer time. Thank you very much. Alex is here. Marianne McCara Fitzpatrick, all the way from Peekskill, New York, which is almost a hometown to me. Almost. I mean, yeah. It's America. It's New York. Joe is here. Kerry Macca is here. Shanks is here. We've got everybody. 24 already. That's so good. I have not been sitting here all day. I thought I uploaded the schedule, but I uploaded it to YouTube so that you could be told about it in advance, but it didn't. Anyway, the YouTube to recognize UK to recognize Palestine. Alex, we could discuss that because whatever. Let them recognize them. Let them recognize them. It's not going to save them. Anyway, us. It's not going to save us. Hi, everybody, says Kinsey. Hello, Kerry. Good to see you. Claire, of course. Claire. John Van Dam, who wants a joke? The dyslexic man walks into a bra. There's something more that could be added to that. I'm not as funny as I used to be, so I don't know what could be added to it. I want earphones, but my son has not gotten me earphones, so I don't know how I'm going to get. How do you get earphones into this thing? How can I hear this thing? Mic auxiliary. I don't know how I can hear earphones. So we got, who else is here? John Van Dam, who's a good joke, and Paul Morris. Paul Morris is out there still in Alberta, Canada. 9 a.m. You're up early. I just want to let you know, everybody, I'm extremely anxious right now. My blood pressure is slightly lower than it's been, but it goes all over the place. But it's basically lower. I'm going to try to keep it low. As you know about my blood pressure problems, I don't know. Maybe I've made a mistake by eating the way I've eaten. We could talk about that. We don't have Paul here. We had Paul yesterday. Did we enjoy Paul? Let's talk about Paul for a second. Did we enjoy him? Because I like him. He's not like me. I mean, he is like me in a lot of ways, but he's not. He's the leftist version of Lewis Schaffer. And I used to be a leftist way back in the time when I didn't do much thinking. Maybe I could say maybe if I take the earphones. If I take the earphones here and I plug them into here, let me see if this works. Hello, can you hear me? Nope. Okay, can't hear me. Let me plug them back in here because this is where I can listen to myself. Anyway, so it was good. It was good fun to have Paul. I should have more guests. I'm not going to have more guests. I've got psychological problems. There's no question about it. Let's get back on track here. Okay, thank you, Kinsey. I don't think you realize he's a lefty, though. No lefty realizes they're a lefty. They don't, because if they did, they'd have to admit that they're wrong. They don't want to admit that. They think, we're middle of the ground, middle of the road. Everybody believes, and everybody does believe the lies. But he is a lefty. He is a lefty. He's an actor. He's half whatever. Who knows what it is? It's time. We got to grow up. We got to grow up. Damn, I'm late, says Maltese Phil. And he's putting his clothes back on. What did I miss? No, I'm doing the earphones. Maybe one of us can figure out how to make the earphones. Get Anna Firth in there, a Cressida, yeah. Yeah, I should. You know what it is? I don't think you realize, Alex, this is Nunhead. You think, it's central London. It takes an hour. Look at this thing. This looks horrible. This looks really horrible. It takes over an hour to get here. And then the explanation I've got to give, take this train and then that train and then cross the street and get on this bus and get out and call me from the street. Claire says, you are great. You are great without guests. That's what Claire C says. Yeah, she's very supportive. And that's one thing well, not one thing. I appreciate a lot about her, but that's a major thing. I like supportive, especially nowadays when I think I need the support. What's happened to Tommy Robinson? I've just seen it. Yeah, he was supposedly he punched somebody. He instigated something. Chairman Mao is too right-wing for me, says Paul Morris. Good enough for left leanings. Yeah. I just saw a little thing about him last night. Not a friend. You should buy a tuk-tuk and go pick up your guests. Yeah, I could do that. Probably I could do that. Or maybe we could do a show. Do a show off the phone. I need a screen to see this thing. I need a screen to see this. Apparently, Tommy Robinson has left the company or the country. Which do you mean, the company? Helen B says, good to see you, Helen. It was a setup. We got 30 viewers so far. Some arresting thing or trying to leave, not caught up on all the Tommy R thing. Yeah, I think this is the problem. The problem is when people are at war, you got to expect these kind of things to happen. Especially in this country nowadays, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to Lewis Schaffer. Maybe they'll arrest me. Who knows what they're doing? Maybe they're listening to me. Maybe it was a setup. Maltese Phil says, I read an interesting article about beef being better for you than chicken. Link on the Discord group. Okay, let me make a note. I believe that. I know that. I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, beef. I eat beef. Problem is, my brain is damaged and my kidneys are failing. And maybe my kidneys are failing because I've taken this losartan thing that has made my kidneys go even worse. They went from 43 to 37. So let me just see. Losartan and kidney function. Losartan can potentially cause a decline in kidney function in some individuals, especially those with pre-existing kidney issues or who are dehydrated. That's why I'm drinking some water. It's used for high blood pressure and heart failure. It can also protect the kidneys. It can protect the kidneys, but also could cause decline in kidney function. I don't think they've got the information on it. I don't even know why I'm taking it. Losartan patient tips is a medicine called angiotensin receptor blocker. It's widely used to treat high blood pressure. Who knows? Maybe I'm killing my kidneys now by taking it. And yet people are so definite about everything that I'm doing. They are completely definite. Kinsey says Tommy was involved in some sort of altercation. The other person was left on the floor, seemingly unconscious. Now he's apparently fled the country. And yeah, who knows? Lefties always think they're good, righteous, and moral. Yes, they always do. That's the thing. The conservatives, we think we're looking out for number one in our kids and our city and our state. I don't eat egg whites, Helen B, because I eat so many eggs. Like today I had 7 eggs. And I don't think they have as much they don't have as much protein as the yolks, number one. And number two, they got this thing called Avidin or Avidin or something that can make you allergic, basically. So that's why I don't eat the egg whites. I don't miss the egg whites. No one ever misses egg whites. No one goes, ooh, let's eat the egg whites, unless it's in a meringue. Violence never solves anything. Just look at Northern Ireland. Well, I think it has solved a lot there. Eventually it's going to become part of Ireland if there is such a thing as Ireland. Starmer just announced UK to recognize Palestine. The man is a complete and totally out of touch with reality, rewarding terrorism. It's not that he's rewarding terrorism. It's they are our enemy, the Palestinians. They're the enemy of the nation state, of which we as British, Anglo-Saxons, Jutes and Picts and Celts are a nation state, number one. Number two, they're not our friends. So why should we help them? You know what I mean? And they need to calm down before they get it. And they got stuff. They were given all of Gaza in 2005. I don't know. I think it's. I mean, obviously, I know what side I'm on, and you know what side I'm on. I support the Jews, and I support England and Britain and Scotland and Wales. I support these islands. I like scrambled eggs, Lewis. Thank you, Claire, for that. I do too. But I prefer runny eggs, but preferably raw eggs. Leo Kurtz was on GB News last night with his dad, Kelvin McKenzie. That's funny. I could see that happens. The Saxons and the Normans and the Picts. Yeah, we support those people. Starmer is scared of Jeremy Corbyn's new party. That's why. Yeah, but it's not going to save him because the Muslims want their own party. And the Corbynites want their own party. They can't have their own party together. That's what they're going to find out. It'll be like Iran. Do you remember what happened in Iran? Is that the socialists joined with the Islamists, and then they killed 5,000 socialists. Trump put the PM through a good rinse. Yeah, I saw that. He wasn't as rinsing as he should be. He kept on pretending that he likes Keir Starmer. You know, that he doesn't like Keir. He should know better not to like Keir Starmer. Joodles is here. Joodles is on holiday. You still on holiday, Joodles? Tommy Robinson may have made a few good points about Islam and immigration, but he has a lot of other baggage that is used against him by opponents. Yeah, of course he did, because it was quite a brave, ballsy thing to do to make those points. So it's not going to be a normal person, tonight, who's gonna make the points that Tommy Robinson made. Trump cheats at golf. Isn't that the definition of a golfer? Aren't all golfers cheaters? That's what I believe. I don't know. I've never really played golf, really. Corbyn's new party will be called the Left Party. The Left Party, yeah, like people have left them. Claire, what does Claire C say? She knows about this. She loves Tommy Robinson. Now we have to pretend there's such a place as Palestine, stolen Israel land. What is going on in this country? Well, we know that. What is going on? Okay, so there we go. So Leo and Kelvin were great together when they were on headliners that time. Yeah. Kelvin, that's so old school. 36 watching, 13 likes, 950 subs. How do you get on Discord? Let me see. How do we get? If you go to the, I'll put it underneath. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go over here, Discord.com. Open Discord. I'm gonna get the link and I'll send you the link. Friends. Lewis Schaffer. Hold on. Lewis Schaffer. Invite people. Hold on. Invite people. Where are we? Invite people. Copy the link. I'm getting this all ready for you. All ready for you. Then we go back here. You probably can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm working on the computer right here. Okay. And then we go here. And then we go here. We go here. Okay. There we go. Go on Discord. Kinsey set it up. I think it could be interesting. After the show is over, you can go on Discord. How about that? Can you get that right now? You can go on Discord. Not right now. So there you go. You get 6 ribeye steaks for 20 pounds, Kerry. Yeah, ribeye steaks are good. That's pretty. What is 6? That's 3.5 pounds. Is that true? Because that's pretty cheap. That sounds really, really, really cheap. Someone suggested the new party be called Nuts and Raisins. Get it? No, I don't get it, but it's a funny name. Nut and Raisin. I don't know. Is that, are we going to be in trouble for that? I don't know. falling apart here in Canada, Lewis, says Keith. The EU can make a trade deal with the U.S., but Carney can't make one for Canada with the U.S. Well, the truth is that America is going to defend Canada even if it doesn't have a deal. And I don't think Canada realizes what problems they're in. And number three, they've caused the problem, so maybe they do realize what problems they're in. What do you think? I mean, Canada is really disappointed itself. Hopefully the government doesn't ban Discord soon as part of this new Online Safety Act. Yeah. Tommy was on, according to Shanks, was on Lotus Eaters with Nick Dixon a few days ago. Oh, that's brilliant. I love Nick Dixon. He's got balls. He's got real balls. Lewis, you are looking particularly gorgeous today. Thank you, Claire. Jezbollah. That's a funny name, says Maltese Phil. I think it is. Sarah Zoltana is a raisin, Lewis. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that we don't have sultanas in America. And I forgot sultana's a raisin. And I had a stroke last week. Kinsey. What is the new on safety thing? I didn't understand the article. I read about it. They want everything to thank you. They want everything to be checked. They want your facial. They want to know who you are. Basically, that's what they want to know. They want to know who you are. You cannot post any political posts on Facebook. Is this true? All the kids now downloading VPNs to watch porn thanks to labor. VPNs are getting rich, says Alex. That's a very good point. It's a bit scary. It's a bit late in the day. Leo was also on Lotus Eaters recently. Well, when this becomes big, they're going to have me on. Don't worry about it. Ruben, I don't disagree with his views. He was correct with his film about the immigrant boy and was got at by the government. Yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah. I mean, he's a threat. That's how you know you're a threat. That's how you know you're a threat. And we need threats. You need to look at Online Safety Act, Lewis. The government will stop VPNs too. Yeah, they will. Because they're saying, oh, we got to protect the kids when they're a bunch. You know what I mean? Yeah. I heard they are going to ban VPNs in the UK. The only in the countries that do that are North Korea and Belarus. I did not know those are the only two countries. You would think everybody would. VPN slows the connection speed. Yeah, because it's got to be sent to a foreign country. It's got to be sent to some server here in America. Who knows where it's got to be sent? My whatchamacallit, my speed here is so fast. Can I tell you what my speed is? I'm going to tell you what my speed is. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to tell you what I think I'm going to guess. Do you think the Corbyn Sultana can handle the current problems, peeps? Of course they can't. What are you, out of your mind? They're on the other team. Are you serious with that question? Are you absolutely serious? There are three sides in this war. And basically, Corbyn and Sultana have two sides. There are actually four sides. There are three sides. You're right, three sides. They said they're back down on banning VPNs. Yeah, for now. It's always that way. My download speed is 154. 154. Was he making a joke? Current. Oh, current problems. I didn't see that. Oh, my God. Lewis, I used to be so funny. And the upload speeds are 153. They make them exactly the same, I think. They used to be, your download speeds were 10 times as fast as your upload speeds. But not anymore. Not here in Nunhead. You come here in Nunhead. Sure, just keep attacking us to keep the heat off all the shady stuff they get up to themselves. No, it's the same thing. They just want to destroy us. They're not it's not about keeping their mind off. They want us to not communicate with each other, to not. I get that, Ruben. Very good. Thank you very much, Ruben. Thank you very much. I got the current. We don't have currents in America. A lot of times they're banned. I think they're banned in America. Why has it been said that young people are Corbyn driven? I do not understand. Because that used to be everybody who was young was a socialist. I was a socialist. I believed in that stuff. And then as you get older, you realize what a bunch of liars the socialists are. The left are liars. Remember, whenever you see an L, you see the left are liars. Joe, I think Jezebel supports Pally. Yeah, of course he does. Because the undercurrent of the left is hating Jews. I think it is. Oh, I got 33.5 up, but pay for 750. What does that mean? What do you mean you pay for 750? They're all Corbyn-driven, all the uni kids. Yeah. Because he was a rebel, because we didn't have rebels in this country. And the rebels weren't supported. The rebels were supported by the BBC. The rebels supported Corbyn, I think. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Keith says some people will be misled that they just because the PRC has the fastest trains, we should copy them, losing our freedom-loving Western identity. That is exactly true. That is exactly true. Will you pay for 750? Is that kind of like a joke, Maltese film? The internet, its marketing is up to 750. Well, yeah, that's the problem. Does that mean 750? Up to? You know, hey, we're only 33, but we're up to. We could be up to. We probably will never be up to, but we may be up to. We're getting faster every day, maybe one of these years. Is that what they're saying? Was that what they're saying? No, so the Palestine situation is just indicative. It's indicative of, you know, the Hamas hates Christians. I mean, I think that they're pretending that they don't, but they hate anybody who's not a Muslim. You know, hates Muslim. Corbyn laid wreaths at Hamas terrorist graves in Gaza. He was a ginger little shit. I never forgive the little twat. And you'll never forgive the little twat. Yeah, that's what Reuben says. It's so much deeper than that, you know. It's not like it's just one guy. If Starmer has no shame and doesn't say those people they hate us and they hate the Jews. You got 30 upload, 20 download. Well, that's pretty good. I remember, I'm old enough to remember when it was like 14,000. My internet is great. Thank you, Simon. I know. What are you saying to Kinsey? By the way, anyone who is against the Online Safety Act is being labeled as Jimmy Savile. Yeah, this is how they get you. Speaking of dirtbag left, what are your thoughts about Mandami? The same thing in America. Americans don't know. They don't know the Holocaust. They don't know the history. They don't know the history of the Muslims, that for 1,500 years they've tried to kill us, or whatever, however many years, 1,300, 4,000. I don't know how long it is. Also, he had an affair with Diane Abbott. Laughing my off. Yeah, she's not bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, why not? I would. Not now. Probably not now, because you know all the problems. But, yeah, why not? If she liked me, yes, maybe. And I'm telling you about you girls, if you like Lewis Schaffer. It's funny how Americans say twat instead of twat. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mamdani is a communist. Well, just remember, they're all communist. I can't believe I'm being so political. I want to apologize to you people. But he's a communist. He's a communist. He's a communist. Yeah, 9/11. But it's not just that. It's anytime anything happens, it could be this. It is unbelievable, the whole thing. It is unbelievable. I mean, it makes you want to cry. I've told my 17-year-old, who is currently a bit left with his maturity, that will never change. Hopefully, I've given him food for thought. Okay, yeah. It's like my kid, I'm not going to say, but they don't know. They hear from their friends, oh, both sides, genocide, this whole bull. You know what I mean? Love a bit of politics, quite relevant right now, says Joe. Yeah. It is really relevant. And, you know, people are going, oh, Israel is, you know, you declare war on somebody, bad stuff is going to happen. Wait a second, what happened here? Bad stuff is going to happen. If you attack people and just massacre people who were at a festival, like real people like you and me who might, I mean, I wouldn't go to these festivals, but young people go to festival and you just kill them. And then you rape the others and you kidnap 250. Fuck you. Fuck you. Whatever happens to you. And you say, well, that wasn't me. That was over there. They voted for that party. And the whole thing, if you find out what's going on with the aid thing, the Hamas made money off of the aid. All the money basically, they were the largest food retailer in the entire country. Thank you, Claire. Did you hear about this? If you vote reform at uni, you've had it. They'll all turn on you. Yeah, I could believe that. But in America, the young people are left and are right. They're more and more Trumpers. They're more and more Trumpers because I don't know. Alex, me too, says Kerry, but the young are so brainwashed, especially the uni kids, especially the girls. Well, communism is feminism. The aid is sitting, waiting to be distributed by the UN. Yeah, the Jews have brought in the aid. And the people have more food than they ever had, but they're not getting it, so they're starving. Maybe if they gave up all the people, they wouldn't need this to do this. Maybe if they didn't have done this, they wouldn't have. Do I sound mean to those people? Chris King says, everybody who voted on the government website against the online safety, including me, have opened our legs to be watched by the other new online police surveillance team. Yeah, you could see what's happening. You could see what's happening. You know, I don't think Donald Trump was strong enough with Keir Starmer. Send them back to Jordan where they came. Maybe they didn't come from. Yeah, but what do you do when two people claim the same country? Lewis, what's your opinion on the 20-year-old social commentators? They don't have real-world experience. Well, you could say, I don't either. I don't either have real-world experience. Who has experience? I support Israel, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, 100%. That's a clip right there. What does Jets just say? What is that? The aid is sitting there waiting to be distributed. Yeah. But they want the money. They want to be able to sell it and give it to their people and say, if you support us, you'll get fed. If you don't support us, you're going to starve to death. It's a horrible situation. But this is Hamas. They had this great big plan because they were sitting in their little area and they said, why can't we have the entire thing? I think the teachers influence too. Yes, teachers, totally. Yes. And it could take one, two, what does that mean? Far left students to influence the whole class. One or two who might not have any ideas about politics. Yes, you're so right. Yes, Alex. I think that's true. That's the painful thing. It's so painful. Jordan will not have them. Neither will Egypt. Neither will Kuwait. Neither will Saudi Arabia. You know, I mean, you feel bad for them. But they hate us. They want us dead. They want us dead. So people need to say that. They want us dead. They don't want us to have a religion. They want the women to cover their faces. They want no dogs. They don't want us to have pork, sausages, or anything made out of pork. Trump made Starmer look like a little boy. He made him squirm. I appreciate seeing him do that to him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, he's so confident, Trump. He's been through it. Every time you listen to all the stuff that Trump has been through, it's been amazing. He's been put on trial 4 times. 16 states tried to have him kicked off the ballot. He's been shot at. Everything has happened to this guy. Everything. The lefty terrorist supporters always deny reality. They cannot accept the truth. The left equals fantasy. The right equals fact. Basically, that I would have to say that's kind of true. It's not that it's are we nationalists? Do we love Britain? Do we love the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Picts, the Celts, whatever, all these people? Hey, David B. Meanwhile, the UK is importing the Taliban and giving them benefits. Totally true. I think it is. I'm going to the shop for my mom. Be right back. So David B. is going to be. You can watch the rest of it later. And get some nectarines for me. No, I can't eat it. I can't. Because I had the producer. He's not here right now. He's at work. Thank God. Did you guys see the incident in Manhattan? 4 people died. Yeah. And what's your thought? Is he a Muslim terrorist? That's your thought. Why do you think that? Because it can be a Muslim terrorist. but I don't think it was. But you don't know. We've been lied to a million times. Let's hope we're not lied to. People are unable to think critically for themselves. No, they're not. Well, it's hard to think critically when you're lied to by the BBC. When you're lied to by the BBC. They don't seem to have evolved very much compared to the Jews. Yeah, because the religion is it's a different thought process. It's a different thought process. It's about exploring and questioning and reading. I read a book. I'm not read a book. I heard that the number of books that have been translated into Arabic, which has hundreds of millions of people who speak Arabic, is fewer than the number of books, this is per year, the number of books that have been translated into Danish, which has like 8 or 10 million people. It's crazy. It's crazy. They're different than we are. They're not bad people. I'm not saying they're bad, but they hate us and they want us dead, or they want us to convert to their thing. They believe in conversion by force. Okay, Christianity, well, used to believe that, but they don't believe that now. Thankfully, Lewis, the whole world saw what a weak leader Starmer is and how out of his depths he really is, even his own supporters. Okay, I mean, I didn't see that much. I only saw a couple of clips. Well, what should he have done? He did say that Khan was his friend. That was nice of him to say that. Chris King, what should he have done? Jordan invited them back once. And then they nearly pulled off a revolution against the king. Troublemakers no one wants. Yes. Yeah. Lucy's here. Good to see you, Lucy. Who's best friend? Did I miss somebody? Who's best friend? His best friend. So sad. Who's his best friend? Committed suicide. Did I miss something that was said before? Concepts of religion and nationality divide us. Yeah. I mean, we believe in our own religion. Whatever it is, we believe in the right to have a religion. We believe in the right to have stuff. I felt embarrassed. Leanne is here. Hey, with the news conference. The entire world saw us, Starmer. Regardless of your political color, bad people in the world are looking at us thinking we have no backbone. Some of us do, but most of us don't. I mean, whatever it is. Keir Starmer says, we can't stop the boats. He has no backbone. Yeah, you're right, Leanne. Keith says this, Lewis, we need a remix of rap song for Angles, Saxons, I don't know. A remix rap song. I don't know what song that would be, but I could see it happening. Yeah, I could see it happening. Where are we here? Okay. I don't think he's Muslim, but the press says he's white when he's clearly African American. Yeah, it could be that too. You know, every country has problems. Hi, Claire, says Lucy. According to Charlie Veach, there are now more immigrant men here than in the British Army. That's scary. There might be more terrorist watches list. That's probably what it is. Not more. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, we've let them take over. Takia, Lewis, Takia. It's a religion built on lies. That's where they say people are allowed to lie to get ahead. And you know what it is? That's what the left do too. The left say, we want to build a housing project, but we have to lie about who's going to get it so we can build it. But meanwhile, some people, if we don't lie, we'll never get this thing built. This is what they did in Southwark. Maybe he lost a bet because it wasn't the NFL officers he was looking for, but ended up on the wrong floor. Could have been. He said he had brain damage from playing American football. After Jordan, the Palestinians were welcomed into Lebanon, which went well. I think your time frame isn't quite right there. I think the Palestinians went, maybe, I don't know. I don't know the exact timing there. Apparently, the police were involved in the rape gang inquiry. Yeah, they wanted to cover it up for probably for, what do they call that? For cohesion, social cohesion, which means we lose. Have you been to Manchester, Liverpool lately, Vatanai? Kerry asks. The whole world knows. So you agree. Chris King says the whole world knows that Keir Starmer. Well, how come he's still our prime minister? He could be de-elected. It's not like America. It's a much better system in America. Yes to the tune of sex and drugs and rock and roll. Yeah, it's a good, yeah. More violence in Bermondsey yesterday. Horrific. It's awful. Thousands of girls were affected. Yeah, but you know what it is? That's the hot button subject, right? Isn't it the hot 37? Thank you, Simon. Is they are doing this to children and women children and are the R wording them. Yes, that's bad, but that's just the least of it. Not the least of it. That's a major thing. But there's so much more. They're going to take over the entire country, even if there is none of this. I don't know that he had a brain injury. I didn't know. He said this is what he said, but who knows? I didn't read that in the article earlier. I can say that I've had a brain injury from something. I went to Birmingham in May and felt like I was in a foreign land. I watched the Manchester stuff on YouTube. Yeah, it's horrible, horrible. Anglo-Saxons, Picts and Scots and Jutes and Cornish and Cumbrians and Umbrians, whatever. Starmer is a wooden top. He lies and looks like a rabbit in the headlights when conversation is off script. Yeah. I mean, he looks like he should be smarter than he is. Maybe he's not that smart. But it doesn't even matter if he's not that smart. It doesn't even matter because he's on the wrong team. And Normans, yeah. And Irish and Northern Irish, the different races in the country. Starmer told Trump the online safety bill won't affect Trump's Truth Social platform. Total lie, of course it will. Of course it will. Of course it will. Jewish Edinburgh Fringe Shows Act. Yes, I just read this yesterday. You know, it could have been me. It could have been me. It could have been me. That's why I will not go up to Scotland while they have that government up there. Better script writers are needed, says who? Says Joe. Starmer's body language and face, even when he said that Khan was his mate, looked like he was scared to say it. Nervous giggle. I want the government to succeed no matter who is in it. But seeing him put a nail in the coffin for me. Listen to this. They represent an enemy team. They can never be good. They can never be good. It's like saying World War II is coming. I want a competent prime minister. Let's get Hitler to send somebody over. No, even if it's competent, he's not on our side. I'd rather have an incompetent person on our side than a competent person. Let me just turn this off a little bit. Okay. Hold on a second. Make this larger. Maybe this is right. Maybe this is what I have to do. Yeah. So I'm saying to you, Leanne, it's not about competence. It's about, are they on our team? I'd rather have an idiot who's on our team. I'm not fussed on Charlie Veitch, but I watch Billy Moore. I mean, I like Charlie Veitch. He at least has some balls. He's going out and talking to people. Bev Turner is going to be doing USA version of GB News. Yeah, let's see if they ask me. Let's see if they ask me. They're not going to ask me. I think critically because I don't have, look at what I'm talking about now. I'm not being political and nice. To think critically, to be moral, to understand differences, ignore messages to divide. Rubbish. We need to divide, Keith. We need someone to fight for us. That's a division. Am I right? Who disagrees with that? We need someone to fight for the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes. Even the Nigerians that are living here, black people that are living here, the Jews who are living here. If they love Britain, we're fighting for them. That's division. Yep, Lewis. Anyone who is Team Britain, yes, Leanne. Then the rest of the world, not the other way round. Yeah, we'll fight for the world. If we're safe here, we can help them, and we can help the good people in the rest of the world. I don't think Starmer knows exactly what he's doing. He's been a leftist since the beginning. People don't know. That's why I am a revolution. That's why this show is so important. Because we've got to tell people what we're fighting for, what side we're on. Okay? We need to say, this is what our team is. And everything fits in our team we're going to fight for, including Israel or whatever. Lewis, with his majority in his political system, he's there for the duration. When an online vote was held and passed 100,000, Starmer merely waved it away as far right. Yes. Yeah. In America, they're having an election next year. Can you believe that? Well, a year and a half. Yeah. We're fighting for Team Britain. Manchester is a horrible place now. Yeah. Yeah. Like I was talking to somebody about what I see here, and they said, oh, it's just London. It's just London. And then I said, what about Manchester? Oh, it's just London and Manchester. What about Birmingham? Oh, it's London and Manchester and Birmingham. Since Tony Blair and Gordon Brown, no government has been Team Anglo-Celt. Yes, no country has been, no Anglo-Celt, Norman. They haven't been for us. Even the Irish people, they haven't been for us. They have not been for us. I'm sorry. We need to support people who love the country, Alex. Yes, who love the country. That's who we need to support. We need to support those people. Yeah, he's very weak. Remember, he's chosen by somebody. They chose him. Like the same way in America. Who are they choosing in America? I'm a team player. Go British Isles. Yes, Keith, that's exactly right. Go British Isles. Fight for Canada, too. Fight for Canada. Let's go. That's what we've got to do. Kerry thinks that Starmer knows what he's doing. Yeah, you know what? He might know what he's doing. He might be told, just keep it going. We're going to win. Just as long, wait until we win, and then we don't have to deal with idiots like Donald Trump. That's probably what he says. He's been chosen because he's ruthless. Yeah, he keeps on going. He keeps on going. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Starmer got in as everyone was sick of the Tories. Just saying. Could be wrong. Don't kill me, laugh out loud. He got in because Corbyn was too scary for people. So they said, let's Starmer come in. He's not that scary. And then he'll be the same as Corbyn, but in a nicer way. What's the deal with Starmer and that Ukrainian boy band? Listen, if he wants to be gay, he can be gay. I'm against being gay. Not really, but I'm against it. I'm not against it. I think we need to have families. Women need love. They need love. There's nothing better than making a woman feel love. And there's nothing better than a woman making a man feel love. But it shouldn't be against the law. That's what I think. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it should be against the law. There you go. I'm getting a message from my friend Russ. But Russ doesn't even know. It's 5 o'clock here on TV. I'm on live stream. Okay. I can't believe Prime Minister didn't read the Isle of Strangers speech before he read it. I mean, ridiculous. How do you quote? You're quoting supposedly somebody who they thought was Hitler, even though I'm not sure he was Hitler. But I mean, I don't know if he was Hitler, but he told so many lies about everybody. I can't believe Prime Minister didn't read the Isle of Strangers speech before he read it. He is our leader, or is he our leader or the speechwriter's leader? Either that, or we have a prime minister who is incompetent, says Leanne, and doesn't check the stuff before. He's a liar. They're all liars. They're all liars. And Rachel Reeves, yeah, they're all liars. I hate to say it. It's not mean for me to say. I think, like when I was speaking to the guy that I was talking to on last week's show on GB News, he was proper angry at me. He'd never been spoken to that before. Probably he's my enemy now. Now I'm on a list. I'm like a Tommy Robinson. Most people don't want to spend time on politics, so they have no idea how bad labor we're going to be. Well, I spent time on politics. I didn't know the 5-year thing. They just knew the Tories were terrible. Yeah, because the Tories were labor. They're labor. Maybe today they're not quite as labor, but they're labor. They've been bought and sold. Are they not labor? What do you think? Are the Tories labor? They didn't stop the boats, and it could have been stopped. Lewis, for prime minister, you just need someone to organize your day. I need someone to do everything, to tell me where I have to go, to what I need to say. We need Peter Blexley as the leader of the Metropolitan Police. I don't know who he is. I think you didn't spell that right, Alex. Anyway, terrible speechwriter, and he should check his homework before delivering it. It's his fault. He's the prime minister. You can't say I didn't know, especially after when you speak the truth. Appeasement empowers evil. Yes, Winston Churchill before World War II. Any news on the Southwark stabber? I don't know. That's my neighborhood. That's my neighborhood, Lucy. I should check that. Any news? Is anybody who wants to find out the news on the Southwark stabber? We can't, anyway. It is personal opinion that these people are the new Hitlerites and are quite open about it. If you don't think their way, they are quite open to killing us. If you won't think their way, they are quite open to killing us. Yeah, we need commas in there. Yeah, they're quite open. Yes. Yeah, that's why they're accusing the Jews of genocide, because that's what they did. That's what they want to do, from the river to the sea. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to push them they're going to push the Jews into a Muslim country. They're going to push the Jews into Jordan. Bull. They're going to push the Jews into Egypt. Bull. There's the only place for I'm not sure of Lewis for prime minister, but I'll do it. And I'll leave him. Oh, you'll do it. So Leanne will be our prime minister, and have him as home secretary. Well, I'm good at home. This is my home. Yes, that's true. Lucy, you mean yesterday, says Simon Arnold. I hadn't heard about this thing. I hadn't heard. What kind of thing was it? What kind of incident was it? Old school copper. Well, do you want to know something? You take a look at that guy who was on the show with. I don't even want to mention his name, but he was like an old school leftist, bald and fat and a leftist. But he hates this country. I can't believe Mandami is about to be mayor after saying from the river. Okay, Russ says okay. From the river, and to fund the police and state-owned groceries. Alex says, yeah. Well, I've loved International Women's Day. I love international women. I can't do it. I know. Thank you for asking me to be prime minister. Anyway, last I heard, 3 men stabbed, 2 dead. By whom? By whom, Lucy? Let's get the details. Were they Muslim men who stabbed it, or, what kind of men? What kind of men? Claire, he would be brilliant for London crime. Would go down for sure. Me? I don't think so. I think I'm like the way I'm running this show, how incompetent. Christ, Lewis, you and your punctuation. It's difficult to type fast and obviously miss the odd comma. You gotta do the right thing. Long Lane. I know where that is. Wild Rents. A few dead. Who did it? Are they saying who did it? No, they're not saying it. In 43, okay, well, good numbers. Definitely love international women. Yeah, I love them. I love English women. We're going to have a long line of women lining up to touch my leg. Didn't we agree with this? No aging. We have to be forever young. Do we have to be? Who says that? Imagine Lewis on the front bench telling the opposition they're all fat. Yeah. And some people would get the message just so that they wouldn't have to hear me say that they're fat, and they'd be healthier. Like the people in this group, who I don't know what they look like, but some of you are fat. Are you fat? You're fat. I'm fighting to lose weight. So I'm now at 80.1. I'm fat. I need to be down to 76. It's really hard to do. Aunt Middleton, the SAS bloke, wants to be the next London mayor. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea as an SAS bloke, but the fat ball leftist on the show was pushing ID cards as the solution for everything. Total Blairite. Yeah. It's police state. It's the left. They want social control. Mandami, he wants state-owned stores. How did that work in Russia? How did that work in Venezuela? How did that work in Cuba? State-owned shops. Yeah. No, men. No, men. If you use a blade, use your fists. If you lose, 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 get up, comma, lose, get up and shake hands. That's what I was taught. If you use a blade, what does that mean? Let's get some punctuation, Ruben. I said that, and girls agree. Thank you, Ruben. I literally fell out of my chair. Leanne speaking to Kerry. I remember when the health secretary, Liz Truss, was a fat person. They're all fat. The person in America says you can be healthy and fat. You cannot be. You've got to lose weight, everybody. You've got to lose weight. I'm fat, but I'm trying to get slimmer. There you go. That's what you got to say. You've got to say, I got to get slimmer. I got to get slimmer. But maybe I'm wrong. I have brain damage. I think it happened from before. It's like one of those things. You know, everything that I had was not obvious. I had brain damage, screaming at him, you lot are horrible. This is how you get people to change. What are you saying, Kinsey? Who are you saying this to? Supposedly an immigrant who is a dual nationality and has been here a long time. That's what I heard. Yeah. You can't let in too many people into the country. We need to proper stop and search in this country. Khan stopped it because his voters were getting stopped. Yeah, that's exactly right. Lewis, you should lead chair exercises. Yeah, just walk around. I walked 17,000 steps last night. 17, or did I walk it in the afternoon? When did I walk? I don't remember when I walked it. A guy from Hackney has allegedly stabbed 2 black guys. One is a Jamaican rugby player and his son. They own the shop in Long Lane. No motive yet. Yeah, I mean, it's very bad. And stabbing is worse than getting shot. If you shoot somebody, it's from a distance. It's not quite as personal as going right up to them and stabbing them. Right, that's really bad stuff. I just Googled UK news today, and nothing came up about the stabbings. The media control is frightening, Lud. Good to see you, Lud. It's very, very frightening. Thank you, Lucy, for mentioning this. We get our news from this. Is where we get our news. Lewis, search Teresa Coffey. She was health secretary for the country. Yeah, well, okay, I'll search her. Why should I search her? That was a long time ago. Teresa, Coffee. Oh, look, yes, how fat. Look at how fat she is. You know what she looks like? She looks like not the woman who was on Mock the Week, whatever her name was. Remember the first female deputy prime minister? Yeah, she's fat. She's fat. I mean, is it wrong to say somebody's fat? Be thin. Yeah, Teresa Coffey. Yeah, she was fat, Alex. Good point. Good to hear you're out and about and doing your walking again. Yeah, I felt really good yesterday. I felt good. I think most of my own personal belief is this. I do not want to die. And I was told I had problems. I had problems on my brain. I mean, I wish I could say, maybe I should post it. Should I post it on whatchamacallit? On Twitter. I mean, I'd let you guys see it, but I mean, they're going to say, oh, you've been eating all those meat. I'm not fat, but I'd like to lose. Thank you very much, Claire. Thank you very much. They ruled out terrorists. They must have known the victims. No, they're afraid of saying it's terrorists because we know what terrorism means. There's only one kind of terrorism in this country now. We have a go at places like Russia for censorship. I think censorship is spelled with a C. Yet 16, 17-year-old voters are not able to view government speeches or grooming. You can't fathom it. Let's stop saying we can't fathom it. Yeah, it's horrible. Everyone knows coffee is bad for you. Good joke. I only had 1 cup of coffee today. Because I have it with a lot of cream. So it adds calories. I've had 1,350 calories, and I've ordered, and I think, no, maybe, I don't know how much. I have had some steak. Let's see. We need common sense in this country. No, we don't need common sense. We need people to fight for this country. Don't say free speech or common sense. We don't need free speech, and we don't need common sense. We need people who are fighting for this country, because the people in control do not fight for this country. GB News was here in Southport today. Okay, good. They're doing a good job. Oh, wow. Well done. I drink tea more than coffee. Yeah, I try to filter the tea. I'm not sure. I've had 3 coffee todays with caffeine. Ran out of decaf. Coffee it's bad for you, because what is caffeine? It's a chemical that's in the beans to prevent animals and insects from eating it. So it doesn't want us to have it. It makes us crazy. It's saying, if you eat this, you're going to go crazy, so don't eat it. It's telling us not to eat this. I have an espresso in the morning to get my head started. Yeah, they say you should wait 90 minutes before you have a cup of coffee. That's what I've heard. Have you heard that Maltese film? But coffee, let's face it, coffee in Malta is probably better than coffee here. Maybe not. I read to be a pro darts player is 3 to 4 hours, 3/4 of an hour, 3 or 4 hours of practice a day for 4 to 5 years. Yet most of them are fat. Imagine all the steps unless they use slaves to fetch the darts. Yeah, but they're drinking beer, and beer is alcohol, and it makes you fat, and it makes you drink more, and beer has carbs in it and makes you fat. It makes you fat. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I couldn't do within coffee or crisps. What does that mean, Rianne? Without. You couldn't do with coffee. You could do without crisps. Just don't have the first crisp. Don't have the first crisp. Don't have the first crisp. First thing I do is coffee and a cigarette. 45 years. For 45 years, you've had a coffee and a cigarette. Well, do you have 2 coffees? Do you have 2 cigarettes? Decaffeinated tea and coffee. Maybe. I've read all about that. I don't drink much coffee, says David B. But instant is terrible. Yeah, instant is terrible. It's because you don't wash your hair, Lewis. Ingrown hairs growing into your brain. Could be. Well, what is washing your hair? Does that cause ingrown hair? But thank you very much for that, for pointing that out. Does anyone remember the snooker player who drank 13 pints a day and was allowed to play drunk because he had a note from his doctor? Well, why shouldn't anybody be allowed to play drunk? Why shouldn't anybody be allowed to play on any drugs they want to? I'm a free drug person. I'm a free drug person. Okay? Because basically, all the records have been sent by people who are on drugs, so it's not going to get any worse. Coffee cake, Lewis. As cakes go, that's amazing. Coffee cake is amazing, but I can't. Mark J has had 38 years coffee, too. I didn't have coffee when I was a kid. My father did. I forgot how much Lewis's show is such a great soundtrack. Yeah, you think it is. It's the kind of thing you don't need to concentrate for too long, and you might, because we're always moving on. Hurricane Higgins that was the dart player, right? Alex Higgins. Is you Jared here? Yeah, you Jared is here. That's what you Jared said. Thank you, you. I'm not reading the names. I should be reading the names. Chris King, we need to see what's going wrong in our country and put it right. Unfortunately, we know what's going wrong. How do you not know what's going wrong? Everyone knows what's going wrong. The people who are against stopping what's going wrong don't care. Unfortunately, says Chris King, we have too many outdated laws, and unless these are repealed or changed, no headway can be made. No, that's not true. We need the right government in charge. I do believe in every country, there are billions of laws. In America, they got huge books of laws that you can't drive a pig through the town of Poughkeepsie, on a Wednesday. There's billions of those laws, but they're not enforced. Bill Werbeniuk was a snooker player. He was Canadian and obese. Yeah, you could be Canadian. Is he alive today? The Canadian snooker player was also played drunk. That's what you. So you, Jared, and Vat and I are talking about these things. They know they're snooker players. So what are the government going to do when thousands of people come on boats? House them right next to us again? Yes, that's what they're doing. That's why this government has got to go. That's why Donald Trump, he didn't need any new laws in America. He just enforced the laws that were there. He did the job. Donald Trump did the job. God save our gracious king. Well done, kings and yous. I said Bill. What does that mean, Bill? Kinsey said Bill. Don't go on eBay when you're drunk. Yeah. The excitement with darts was seeing if the players could survive to and from the board. Did they act drunk back in the day, Simon Arnold? Did they? Simon has a star. Did I give you a star? I gotta give you a star. Anyway, thank you, Simon Arnold, for contributing to the Patreon. Thank you. I should go look at the list of the people who've contributed to the Patreon because it's really brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So many people are contributing to the Patreon, or at least signing up. But I prefer if you just contribute. Okay, let me see if I know what I'm doing here. I mean, Patreon is a really bad thing. Do you mind if I say nice things to the people who've contributed? I don't even know how to do this. I've got to add stuff to the Patreon account. I've got to add home collections. Is that what it is? No collections, membership. Hold on a second. Let me just see membership. Membership. Go to insights, overview, membership, month, total, paid, pay. I don't know. Only I can see this, but I can't see. This is just so difficult to understand. Okay, create membership. You're welcome. No, grateful tier, helping out the man tier, calendar tier. Let's just see. Add a tier. Add a tier. I don't know. Where is the list of people? Oh, this is so bad. Do you know what Patreon is? I hate to say it's bad. I mean, it's free. It's not even free. Dashboard, library, audience. Avril Rutherford. And Russ. I sent him a calendar yesterday. I don't think I've got any more calendars, so you're not going to... Who is Oystercatcher? He gave something. Let's see. Yeah, Simon Arnold. Thank you, Simon. Kinsey. I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dame Claire. Grateful. I'm great. I am grateful. Do I seem grateful? It's hard for me to be grateful, but I am grateful. I'm a bit embarrassed. Anyway, a man in Manchester was cycling and a random Indian man came out of the bushes fully naked and with a sex toy. Did he have a knife at least? No knife. I joined Patreon and joined YouTube, Simon. Last month I joined the top tier. Yesterday, OJ. What does that mean? Simon Arnold. I really do appreciate it. I watched those snooker players at my granny's house. Bill Verbeniak died 56. That's 12 years younger than me. I'm going to die soon. I'm 68 years old. Look at the face. Look at the face. Doesn't look that good anymore. I used to look so good. I still do not have the join button. Let's go see if I can find the join button. I'm going to see if I can find the join button. Okay? So I'm going on to my YouTube page. Okay? YouTube page. I'm clicking onto Lewis Schaffer. Okay. I'm clicking on Lewis Schaffer. 950 subscribers. That's amazing. And then I'm going on to this Where would this be? Thank you, 68 Kerry Macker. There you go, 68 years young. Yeah. So I'm looking at my screen. It says Lewis Schaffer, join, analytics, but this is my screen. You'll have to press on the thing. It says it'll say on the line. There's a picture of me. There's Lewis Schaffer, 950 subscribers, and then there's a button you press. I seem grateful. Thank you, Keith. Thank you. That's really great. So where are we here? Okay, so that's how you join. That's how you join. Let me just see where this is. I'm sending a message to my friend. I've got two friends. It's honestly, it's quite a surprise to me. Maybe three if you count Paul as my friend, and maybe four if you count Rose as my friend. I hope she's my friend. Okay. Jared said there was also a video of people with live Canada goose that they'd caught and were going to eat. But that's historically, when you let foreigners into the country, they don't know that the king owns all of the swans. Yeah. Okay. He's going running. Russ runs 7 days a week. He runs like 10 miles a time. I'm against it. But then again, girls are always hitting on him. Girls, you saw what he looked like. He's gorgeous. Or he's considered gorgeous, but you might find me more gorgeous. Chris King says, Lewis, the people who are running the justice system are those people. Their parents work really hard when coming here to get their kids educated into positions of authority. Yeah, that's why you can't let in too many foreigners into the country. Because you then become a foreign country. You're on the PC, yes, Leanne. Try a different device if you have access to one, says Mark J. Rose isn't your friend. She just told me. Maybe she's not. I took a picture and sent it to Discord. We like American Russ. Yeah, he's a real American. Thank you, Vatanai. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Did you see the job application for Sharia law administrator? No, I haven't seen that. But if you get the right government, you get Donald Trump, who says, we're not putting up with this stuff. If you want Sharia law, you go to some other country, right? You go back home to your country. It's like there was a movie with Barbra Streisand. Do you remember the movie with Barbra Streisand where she's like a rabbinic student and she moves 100 years ago from Lithuania or Latvia to America to study the Talmud. And people went, that's ridiculous, because the best Talmudic, the Talmud is the book about the Bible. So you're basically studying the Bible. Basically, though, the best people to study that with are in Lithuania and Latvia. Why would you move to New York? There are people in New York who are very good, but it's not the world headquarters of Talmudic study. So Nonstick Nick is here. Let's give him a round of applause. Hi, Lewis and everyone. I'm on holiday with my dogs in Devon. We're in Devon. I've been to Devon on holiday, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful. Staying in a log cabin with zero Wi-Fi phone signal. You've gone to the pub for some connection, digital and human. Well, let's give Nonstick Nick connection here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, yeah, so the guy Callum from Lotus Eaters applied for. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it's not the type of person that's in charge. It's what they believe in. Okay. What does Rose's new boyfriend looks like? Is he a Chad? I've never met him, but I've seen pictures of him, and I can't talk about him. He's good. He seems like a very nice guy. I'm not the happiest but he's a very nice guy. I might apply for that job. There would be chaos. Yeah, you'd be fired. They removed the job. I'm glad to see you looking well, Lewis. Thank you, Nonstick Nick. I'm looking well. Last week wasn't so good, but this week is good. It's been a week. Hope you're enjoying their holiday, Nick. Let's hope he is. Lewis is a Chad. Thank you. I don't think so. I don't think so. There was a moment a few years ago. Leanne is a loving member. That's good. It's Leanne. That is so great. That is really, really, really good. I mean, okay, thank you. It embarrassing me. Anyway, Ian Higgs. When all the migrants have been moved from hotels to houses, the government will need to provide them with meals using Deliveroo. Well, and they're going to be feeding themselves because they all got the jobs there. Lewis looks well and sounds well today. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Because I was so worried. And then I just thought to myself, I'm going to get a blood test to see whether I've had damage to my kidneys from the pills. And then I'm going to have to lower it a certain way, lower it a different way. But thank you very much, Vatanai. Kerry says it looks like Lewis Schaffer's. It looks like Lewis Schaffer. That's because it is Lewis Schaffer. Who looks like me? Who looks like me? I'm not on dating apps. I'm not on dating apps. I'm not on dating apps. I mean, really. Should I be on dating apps? I've got you. If you love me, you can contact me. You can contact me. You know. You should be paying us, Lewis. True. Shanks, that's totally true. Why do you think I'm on every single day? If I was hating this, do you think I'd be on every single day? I would not be doing this, so I should be. Weren't Chads those things that will run the election for George W. Bush? Yes. But you know what a Chad is. A Chad, every country has a name for the guy who is like really good looking. In America, it's called a Chad. 25% of the 18 to 30s want to leave the country. Yeah, of course they want to leave the country. Of course they do. Just occurred to me, you looked a lot like Jonah Hill when you were young. Who is Jonah Hill? Is he the fat guy who lost the weight? Rose is his boyfriend. No, it doesn't look like me. I mean, it's kind of that. Well, how do you know this, Kerry? Yeah, I managed to join. Thank you. There you go. So the people who've joined are the people with the whatchamacallits, with the green markings. That's really great. So thank you very much, Leanne. What is that little bottle sitting beside you? It's not a little bottle. It's a plug. It's a plug. It's a plug. I mean, it's a plug. I'm still waiting for you to get back to me. Did you contact? Oh, yeah. Where do you live, Joe? Lewis, go on Muslim dating apps. Well, I mean, unfortunately, some of them are just absolutely so gorgeous. They're absolutely unbelievably gorgeous. You know, if you can see their faces. We've been enjoying old clips of you from Brain Candy. Yeah, that turned out all right. That turned out all right. I want to leave the country if I was you. I would want to leave the country, Kerry says. Yeah, yesterday, says Vatan, I had a painful big toe and joint like gout. I've never had it before. I'm not going to let my blood pressure go too high. I never had it before, and today it was gone. Here's what gout is. There's a guy, his name is Dr. Richard Johnson, University of Colorado. Google that guy. What you need to have a gout, remember, the body is always eating stuff with uric acid. And uric acid is the thing that tells the body they need to eat more. It keeps us eating. And the uric acid goes into parts of the body, and you don't even notice it's there, into the joints, into muscle, goes all over. And then when it gets cold, like let's say you're walking outside in the wintertime and it gets cold, you have a flare-up. Who is Lucy laughing at? Lucy, again, does not communicate with people. Right. So gout, I had gout. I couldn't bend down. I couldn't bend down, and I had a swollen thing here. There you go. Okay. Thank you, people who are messaging me. Hi, Lewis. Evening all. What nonsense are we discussing this evening? I don't even know what we're discussing. I wouldn't want to leave this country. I would. Yeah, Carrie says she would want to leave this country. I haven't clipped the dirty one, Shanks. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then I'm going to come back. Can I come back? How we doing? We got. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Let me just check this out. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. So I'm just gonna take a break time. When we get back, I want to discuss whether I'm going to leave the stream on for a couple of minutes. I'm having trouble doing that because I leave it on. Next thing I know, I've left the thing on for 30 minutes because I forget I forget that I've left it on. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to put this here for a little bit of color. For a little bit of color. What a great chair this is. I found this on the street, this chair. I had to get some double cream. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what I need. I need the American flag back there. I would put a British flag too, but I don't know where it went. It might have gone into my storeroom with all my junk, which is half the size of what it was because I did I did a clean. I did it clean. Anybody researched the pink dolphin in Pakistan? Horrible men are raping it near extinction. I hadn't heard about that. I can't say it here, Shanks, says Lucy. You know it when you see it. I don't know what she's saying. I'm going to measure my blood pressure again. Do you mind? Can I measure my blood pressure? Okay. Lewis, have you thought about creating some music or tune for the end of the stream? No. I mean, I have thought about it, but I'm not. Why do you need music? The stream is over. Why should it be pleasant to listen to? Please. What are you saying, David B? Please. Please what? So the British flag is with your junk. No. No, that stuff in my storeroom is not junk. It's not with junk. It's with my Santa Claus stuff. It's with my Save Southwark Woods stuff. It's not junk. Maybe a CD of Chinese Elvis. I caught replay from yesterday. It was very good. Yeah, maybe he could sing the song. It's like there was a show in America called the Larry Sanders Show, and this is the theme it was called Gary Shandling, Larry Sanders. This is the theme to Gary's show. Anyway, for real, your show should be called Cheering Up with Lewis. Well, it does make me happy. It makes me happy to talk to you. It makes me happy to see you. When I see Kate here and Kinsey here and Alex here and David B here, it just makes me happy. When I see Lucy here and Shanks, okay, makes me happy. That's why I feel guilty, because I feel happy. Evening, Lou. And when Annette comes in, she always comes in late, but it's good to see her. It's good to see her. We got about 40 viewers. We've got good people. We've got really good old Shep. Lewis, can I give you singing lessons? The answer is no. No, I might take breathing lessons. I don't breathe enough. Your stream makes us happy. Thank you, Alex. Maltese Phil. Okay, it's blood pressure time. Can you see blood pressure? Everybody measure your blood pressure. Maltese Phil, 120 times 72. I'm happy. Yeah, that's under 10,000. That's a good job. Very good. We don't have basements, but we have that drawer. But we all have that drawer. What do you mean? Like the houses don't have basements? Yeah. I've got a little closet there, a cupboard. Okay, Keith. Very good people. Kinsey, Keith, Maltese Phil. Yeah, that's what's his name's joke. Isn't that what's his name? 154 over 106. So that's really good. It's not really good. By anybody's measure, it's not good. But it's good for me. And considering I've been doing this, and I'm trying not to get worked up, I'm quite happy with that. Jojo, that is the face I've claimed as me. Not as bad. Not to be bad. Not. Oh. Okay. Jojo, that is the face I have claimed as me. Not to be bad to you, honey. Comma. Not to be bad to you, honey. Maybe there should be a comma or a period in there. Mine is 1. You're horizontal. Mine is 1. Maltese, the house I grew up in Doncaster had 3 cellars and an attic, plenty of room to store collectibles. Oh, and old paint tins, yeah. I mean, what is the stuff that you have that you don't need to have that you should get rid of? Because that's what I think. I need to just get rid of some of this stuff. I don't want to, because it has value and memories. The memories it has. And then I've got all these papers with my joke stuff, or jokes I've got written on. Not that I'll ever use it again. The house I grew up in, but what happens if I become famous? And people are they're going to want the papers of Lewis Schaffer. You know, but then again, I think to myself, what if they come after me because I'm a Jew? Which it looks like they're coming. What if they're coming after me because I support the British state? What if they do that? You know, what do I do then? How can a house have 3 cellars? Surely just 1, asks Kate Gwynn. Basically. Hi, Leanne and everyone. This is Susan Stevenson. Comes back and says hello. Thank you, Susan. Hi, Lewis. You don't breathe enough. You don't stop talking, Lewis. No, I don't. But this is not really talking. I'm just talking to you. We're talking together. If we were together, you'd be talking same as me. Get a filing cabinet, Lewis, and file it away. That's a joke there, too. One day, Lewis, it would all end up in a skip. Yeah, it's really sad. Really sad. But I could have gotten, maybe I could have put it on eBay. I mean, that's the thing. I've got to sell this stuff. I've got to do the things I need to do. I got a piece of paper here. Where's the piece of paper that says the things I need to do? Hold on, this is it. Yeah, the things I need to do. I've had this for weeks already. I've got to get my passport. The things I need to do. I got to call up the major works people. I've just surprised my missus by singing the whole of the song Havana Gila, and me born a Catholic. Yeah, I could sing some songs, some Catholic songs. Ave Maria. Is that the same song? Anyway, Vatanai's music says, we used to have a collection of partially used paint, as everybody does. My wife couldn't help buying it. I put my foot down when she wanted expensive Frenchic paint. French chick paint. Okay, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but whatever. Get a fake blue plaque and stick it on the outside of your house. Make people think you were famous. Yeah, that's a good idea. But who hasn't thought of that, really? Sing It's a Jungle Out There. I don't know what song that is. It's a jungle out there. Each week, just fill one of your wheelie bins up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, about 2 months ago, I did a lot of stuff, and then I stopped doing stuff. I must have had, well, actually, I threw a lot of it out. Randy Newman, he's a Jew. Randy Newman was a Jew, or is it? I think he's still alive. I've heard you shouldn't imagine being programmed while taking your blood pressure. Yeah, I would say it's probably not a good thing. Well, I do worry about things. I worry about so many things. Too many things I worry about. I believe in worrying. I believe if you worry about something, you will avoid it. I believe if you worry about getting hit by a truck, you will not get hit by a truck because you're paying attention to that. That's my philosophy. That's true. But I also, we're being programmed. We're being programmed. Remember, it was the chief Muslim of Jerusalem who told Hitler to kill all the Jews. And Hitler was such a lunatic, he believed them. And then the Muslim faith has killed 300 million people. I shouldn't be talking like this. The jungle out there is from the Monk TV series. No, you are right. I shouldn't be thinking about it. Well, how should we be dealing this? People. Worry is a debt that you may never have to pay, says Leanne. Yes, Lewis, you shouldn't talk about this stuff. Yeah, Hitler and the Muslims were doing blood pressure. Yeah, well, probably. He probably had high blood. Who knows if he had high blood pressure? There are people who like Hitler, which is insane. Yeah, because they hate me. So they go, well, Hitler hated him. So this is a great way to fill in time if you have an unfulfilled life. Vatanai, yeah. Well, look, I've done it. This is 49 times. That's a lot of times to be doing this. It's not just me doing it. You've done it too. Most of you people have done it. You should keep track of how many shows you've sat in on. It would be real interesting conversation between Lewis and a real monk. One anti-germ, the other a germaphobe. Are monks germaphobes? Would make a great comedy act. Well, look what happened to the monks. Look what the king did to the monks. He tore down all those old buildings. He just did it. And they think, that it never happens in England. It can happen in England. Okay. I'm going to say this. We've been doing this for an hour and a half, right? So we're going to just do 5 more minutes. Okay? 5 more minutes of this. Okay? I mean, I'm not fulfilled. You are fine. You have meaning. I'm not sure I do anymore. Does it seem like I have meaning? I don't think I've got meaning. But do you remember what happened to the monks? He took that he tore down all the monasteries and set fire to these beautiful buildings. He didn't want them to come back. He didn't want them to live there anymore. So he burned down their houses. I mean, I'm not fulfilled. You are fine. Okay, there we go. Watched every show apart from one. Great therapy, bonding, community, and very interesting. That's really good to know. That is really, really, really good to know. You know, it's good to know. I didn't expect the show to be like this. I didn't expect it to be like this, Joe. I didn't expect it to be like the same people watching. I thought it'd be, I didn't even understand the people talking here. I didn't even know what it would be like. I just thought I would talk and maybe. The Plonkerstormer has all but threatened Israel by warning them he will go with the UN and recognize Palestine in September if they don't cease fire, trying to do a DJT. Yeah, it's not going to work. But the point is, what is a ceasefire going to do? What is a ceasefire? Hamas has got to go. Maybe Hamas, they should keep Hamas. Maybe they should have free elections in the country. Dr. Sexy's here. Good to see you. Always the same people in here. Yeah, and you're one of the same people. I've watched all of them, but then at work I can't always interact. So he's not saying he's going to join. He's being mealy. He's being mealy. Yeah, that Kate Gwynn says you sound disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have different people, but now he's targeting people's VPNs too. He's really going Chinese state on us, says Mark J. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a communist, and they're communists too in their own way. They're not true communists. Are they communists, the Chinese? You know, there was a hope they weren't going to be. Yeah. Lucy, who are you speaking to? What do you mean? What happened to the last? I didn't put it up because I had a. You haven't been paying attention, Lucy. You missed some of the best shows that we've had the last couple of days since Tuesday. Knew he would target VPNs because they are now a workaround. They're for now a workaround. Yeah, they're a workaround. I'm surprised that VPNs have lasted this long. Somebody's calling me. Hello?
Hi, this is Timon calling from Tree Mobile Network Company. How are you?
No, I'm not good, thank you. Don't call. I look forward to it every day. Again, it's not about agreeing with everything. It's about free speech, community, fun therapy, smiles, different perspectives on health and food. Yeah. Yeah. It is that way. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Lewis was Dr. Sexy. I only wish it was so. I wish I was sexy. Anyway, Stormer has said the UK will recognize Palestine in September unless Israel makes peace with Hamas. Madness. What, says Jedster, what incentive is he created for Hamas? What incentive do they allow when they allow the Palestinians to demonstrate in the street? Hamas. My favorite show was the Row with Columbus. Yeah, that was good fun. My usual pornographic sites won't accept my age verification, so I have to use VPN them. Yeah. I mean, I'm against pornography, even though I do watch it occasionally. But I'm against it. I'm against it. We need less pornography and more love. Let's send each other dirty pictures, please. And let's tell each other we love them. I love you. I'm telling everyone I love you. I should send out pictures of me to you. So you know, what can they do about that? I've sent you a picture. I don't think you'd find it very sexy, but maybe you would. I know that I logged on a bit late, but I haven't heard the word carbohydrate yet. I think we discussed it earlier. Do the girls have a VPL? Yeah, that's not the same thing. That's funny. And you're making me laugh, Lewis. You said it doesn't work anyway. It doesn't work in some ways, but in other ways it does work. It works very well in some ways. In other ways, it doesn't work. I mean, listen, I'm 68 years old. You don't need it to work. Any child will be able to bypass this stupid ban on VPNs because they are so clever. Our son was programming when he was 7 years old. Yeah, Israel will send a large finger, Prime Minister's direction. Yeah, and they've actually told the world never again. They've told the world never again because they remember what the world was like when they did not say anything. That's what Israel. That's the only hope that Israel has is that they're not going to go quietly. It's not going to be like, oh, maybe we should leave, that kind of thing. It's a carbo cult. Yeah, we're anti-carbo cult. That lefty girl on GB News is such a bore. Why do they have these people? I don't know which one you're talking about. Because they have to, because they've been told, because it's a news channel. They've been told they have to do that. Same thing in America. They've got, The View is, I don't know if you know what's going on in The View. Ban on the 16s would have been better instead of increasingly towards severe restrictions on adults using the internet. Soon we will only be allowed on 3 hours a day, then a few hours a week. Mark J., that's an excellent point. Because they're a police state. It's a police state. If we had better, I mean, this is what you get when you have divorce and you don't have fathers in the lives or mothers on there either. You get the state being the parent. 154 over 108. I'm doing very well here with my blood pressure. But I took 150 milligrams. So maybe that's it. Lewis has retrograde ejaculation. Yeah, perhaps. Do you find that attractive, Lucy? Eating a muffin here, Lewis, breaking the carbo code. Well, you know what you can do, Keith. Just have half of it and throw the half out. Throw half out. 154 over 108 is much better. And we've been here for an hour and 40 minutes, and I have not gotten really, really upset. I've just made pancakes. Eat half of it. Just eat half of it. The problem with pancakes is it's so much flour. And then what kind of oil did you add to them? That's the problem. You add the oil. It's not the right thing to add the oil. It's a toxic oil. What did people add beforehand? It's better than nothing. That's what Simon says. Better than nothing. Is that I'm not talking about my down there. I want you to think that I'm unbelievably attractive and not disabled. I need you to believe. I want you to think this guy Lewis Schaffer is rock hard, is unbelievably fertile, is just a mess. Whatever it is, I shouldn't even be talking like this. Or is it spelled terp? You had 8 mini pretzels. Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah. I mean, the pretzels is very high in salt. I don't know. Did you miss anything? No, you didn't miss anything. Lucy missed last week. So TERP is a medical procedure. Now I've got to look that up. Is a surgical process used to treat urinary problems caused by an enlarged prostate. It involves removing excess prostate tissue to create a larger channel for urine flow. This procedure is typically performed under general, but that's actually bad. That's actually bad for what we're talking about. Do you know what's good about this? Someone's going to listen to this. And they're gonna bratwurst and mushrooms now. Yeah, I have bratwurst all the time. The government will have YouTube censored soon. Yeah, they're heading in that direction. Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, we gotta fight. So how about finding someone who is celibate? Then you won't matter, and you know they love you, and not for your huge. Yeah, I mean it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as bad. It's actually getting better. There was a point about 6 years ago. It was really bad. It was really bad, and I had it all checked out, and that's where I thought it was really bad, and I think it was because prostate disease is from a high carb diet, and so retrograde ejaculation is from a high carb, possibly from a high carb diet, but it's not as bad as it used to be. It's not as bad, okay, and it doesn't work as well when you're older, but it doesn't have to completely go off of a cliff, basically. Proud of where you are. I have to work up to it over weeks. Yeah, it's not easy to be a guy. It's not easy to be a girl, too. Girls have their own problems, too. Girls have their own problems, too, Maybe Rose. No, she was not. No, no, no. No, yeah, but who knows? No, 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 no. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you, but no, no. Have you listened to Rose's show? She's on Wednesday at I think it's at 7:00 now. Rose has her own show, so you could listen to Rose. You can hear her beautiful voice. We keep hearing about ejaculating more prevents prostate cancer. Do you believe this? Yes, no, maybe, but no. I think anybody who does that, Alex asked this question. Anybody who does that is more alert to life, and that means they're going to live longer. Okay. So people who do not have prostate cancer probably are more alert, which means they are doing that more. People who do have prostate cancer probably think, I don't feel like doing this. So they don't do it. So you don't. Rose is my ex-girlfriend. She's lovely. Was lovely. She's lovely. I saw her yesterday. She's lovely. She's not lovely. She's a very strong woman. No, she's not the enemy. She's not the enemy. She's not the enemy. She's a good friend of all of us. She's a good friend. She's a good friend. She was there for me, you know what I mean? Margaret Coyle, you're only here once, so live your life the way you want. Eat, drink, and be merry. You're a long time dead. The answer is no, because it doesn't make you that happy. Eating and drinking. It doesn't make you that happy. What makes you happy is being able to get that makes you happy. To know when you're talking to somebody that if they wanted you, or if you wanted them, you could, you know what I mean? That makes you happy. It makes you happy to not have gout. I had gout and I couldn't bend down. I had plantar fasciitis. I couldn't get out of bed. I had joint arthritis in my arms and shoulders. I couldn't get out of bed. So it's not worth it. Having a big bowl of pasta, which has no flavor, the only taste comes from the tomato sauce and the beef. So why not just eat the beef? Eat spaghetti bolognese without the spaghetti. Yes, yeah. Should I be the same as I was to you, Joe? It is a nice concept. We're eating. I don't want to turn into Henry VIII and be filled with boils. I don't want to have full body psoriasis. I don't want to have diabetes. I have to add ketchup to pasta. I can never eat it alone. I'm the same way. I used to eat butter and ketchup to pasta like tomato sauce. And then people in this country saw that and thought, oh my God, you're a barbarian. But you put cheddar cheese on pasta, on Italian spaghetti bolognese. Cheddar cheese. I thought that was horrible. Yeah, of course you love plain pasta, because what is plain pasta, Leanne? It's sugar. Pasta has no flavor. That's because you're not cooking it properly, having the right oil on it. You don't, yeah, oil, you should not put oil on. I used to put oil, Parmesan cheese, and basil. That's what I used to put so much on it. It was delicious. I can eat plain pasta because it's like candy to me because it's made out of sugar. It's starch. Yeah. A lot of people, Kinsey believes the same things that Margaret believes in and Joe. But the answer is, and so does, yeah. My son makes it with Dolmia sauce, but even Dolmia sauce has rapeseed oil. It's not the best thing. It's not the best thing. But I used to eat all of that stuff. And then I just slowly and slowly and slowly, I haven't met my son, he'll make pasta, whatever. And I'll eat a little bit of it. But it's very addictive. It makes you want to eat more. And then you get tired, you wake up and everything is tiring. Dolmio has just passata with herbs. Cheap is just passata with herbs. Cheaper to do it yourself. What is that a type of sauce, Dolmio? I mean passata? I like eating raw potato. I'm not sure that that's good for you because it grows underground. And nothing that grows underground, everything has to be cooked if it's from underground. Here we go. Don't eat pasta. Don't eat sugar. Don't eat. I've got steak coming up. No oil. No oil is health. Well, olive oil is healthier than rapeseed oil, but it's so easily oxidized. Isn't it not easily oxidized? Extra virgin is best and fresh as you can get it, but it's not healthy. Wet paper is plain pasta. Tastes horrible. A plain pasta is wet paper. A golden wonder of pot noodle is better than most pot pasta dishes, too. I'm not sure pot noodle has too much salt in it. Homemade sauce is the best. Eat pasta very sparingly. Yes, this is how you want to lose weight. Is instead of, like, I used to put 500 grams of pasta in the pot, and then I put 400, 300 to it, and then I don't put any in. And that's how you've got to do it. Have you ever eaten pawpaw? I don't know what that is. That sounds like something for a dog. No, castor oil is the best oil. Very funny, Lud. Pot noodle is the worst pasta you can eat. Yes, because it's made, it doesn't have enough protein in it, a pot noodle. What is pawpaw, Lucy? Pot noodle is gross, but it is delicious. It is really proper delicious, and it's so fast. It was a childhood treat. Rough up north. What was a childhood treat? Ian. Hey, good to see Ian and Lud. Pot noodle. Yeah, I like pot noodle, but it makes you fat. It makes you bloated, which is fat too. Love chicken and mushroom pot noodle because my diet is wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because it's you know what it reminds me of? When I was a kid, I used to go hiking in the woods. I used to go hiking. Up in, overnight hiking, whatever. Not hiking, mountain climbing, call it. And I used to bring freeze-dried frozen food. And they were like pot noodles. Now pot noodles is so common. They don't even call it freeze-dried. It was so expensive back then. Bombay Bad Boy is a good one. I hate the tomato one. Okay. I've lost control of this group. You guys are being bad and naughty. Wax on the noodles. What does wax on the noodles mean? Raw potato was a childhood treat. But isn't it toxic? Didn't it make you could die from eating green potatoes? So Lucy has not answered the question. Pawpaw. What is pawpaw? Now I got to look it up myself. I've got to look it up myself. Paw is a patch-forming understory tree of hardwood forest, which is found. Okay, it's called Azimina tribola. What is pawpaw called in the UK? Oh, it's a fruit. It's not consistently. The fruit do not consistently ripen after being picked. Are very soft and susceptible to damage when ripe. Cannot be stored for long when ripe. This makes it a bad commercial product. Could be delicious. It looks like a bit like an old banana. Why did people forget about pawpaw? It's not commercially viable. This is what Reddit says. They also have a distinctive musky flavor, and some people have terrible allergic reactions to the cooked fruit. It's quite similar to cashew fruit, which is essentially never seen in markets except as juice. The cashew nut hangs below the soft fruit and is a distinct product. Yeah, it sounds like something you might consider not eating. Can't get them here, says Lucy. The pawpaw is a unique fruit native to North America. Reminiscent of the banana, mango. I could see that. It looks like a bit like a banana. It looks like that. Okay. I'm going to say goodbye to you people. I don't want to. I thought this has been one of the best shows for me. I've really enjoyed talking to you people. Okay. Lucy says it's apparently a delicious fruit that contains neurotoxins. Just watched a Dr. Greger video warning about it. What did he say? If he warns about it, he's the most unhealthiest, ugliest vegan you've ever seen, Dr. Greger. Let me see what he looks like now. Doctor. He's Dr. Greger. Oh my God. No chin. Bald. Wearing eyeglasses. Bad teeth. He's an FACLM. What does that mean? He's 16 years younger than I am. Let's get some more pictures of him. Images. You guys can check. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How not to die. How not to age. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's like I don't think he's a real doctor, is he? Let's see where I remember checking to see where he went to school. Let's see where he went to school. Okay. He graduated from the Cornell University School of Agriculture. He became an MA at Tufts University. Okay, well, good for him. Still totally wrong. Pot noodle, grated cheese. Yum. Yeah, pot noodles are great. That's always going to be good. Great show, Lewis. Noodles cause cancer. Of course they do, because they're carbs. Carbs cause cancer. And they've got all sorts of stuff in them. Who knows what they put in them? Made from China. Chris Borland is in the house. Lewis, have you considered promoting a YouTube video for a few pounds? You can boost your subs very quickly and you'll get over 1,000 in no time. No, I have not considered that. I mean, I've got to charge people money for it. I don't know if this stuff is worth money. How would I do that? Chris Borland. My ass fell out, but it wasn't cancer. She ate all she had was pot noodles. There wasn't enough protein in it, and she had some condition from eating those. She stopped and her hair grew back. Yeah, it's not enough real food. You need protein, and you need animal fat. For 25 years, I gorged myself on pasta, rice, and potatoes because we were told it was healthy. That's why I'm fat now. Yes, same with me. You don't think I didn't eat that? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll ask a paid YouTube video. You mean like an hour-long program? Oh, I see that. Pay TV. About to have tomato and basil spaghetti for dinner, lamb chops and sausages. Go for it. Have fewer of the spaghetti, less spaghetti, and more lamb chops and sausages. Healthy diets are not difficult. Cook fresh veg, add meat or fish for protein. I say it's not difficult. Don't cook vegetables. Don't add vegetables. Don't eat fruit. Don't eat that stuff. Stay away from anything that is growing as a plant. I stopped eating 2 years ago. Yeah. No, the meat that I eat is cheap. I eat the meat it's 10 pounds a kilo. It's brisket, and I eat it raw, and I don't cook it, so I save the money there. Yeah, I've applied to it. There's something I'm on there, Kinsey. I'm doing something on there, and when I hit 1,000, I'll apply for something else. And also shorts video. You know what? I'm afraid. I just like the idea. The people who are new. I like the people who are new. I like to see a couple of new faces, but I don't want people to come on and then call me a wanker. You know, get mad at me, and then you'll get mad at them, and it'll change the whole mood, and then I'll start crying. It's like when people don't like me. I don't like it. I don't like it. And that says she loves fruit and vegetables. Everybody does, because it's sugar. How do you not like sugar? Of course you do. It's like saying, I love heroin. I love it. Yeah, you don't. Miss you already, Lewis, when you start saying goodbye. I know, I got to, because we've been on for 2 hours. I miss myself. As soon as I hang up, I regret it. But I love you, Leanne. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jedster. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Annette, Kinsey, Mark J. Thank you, Chris King, Margaret Coyle. Eat what you want to eat. Thank you, Lucy. Always good to see you. I'll tell you, Chris Boland, Kinsey, Vatanai, John Van Dam. These are all old friends. Kerry. Daryl M is here. Pot noodles with grated cheese. Yeah. Yeah, because it's so easy. You just put boiling water on it, but that doesn't make it good. It's good if you're starving. If you're starving. Kate Gwynn, good to see you. Kate Maltese Phil. Ian Higgs, so good. So you're all so good. And you participating. People who aren't participating, thank you for coming too. Thank you. You don't have to participate, but I like if you do participate. I like it. I like to see new people. Whatever. Joe is here, so that's great. Simon Arnold, Maltese Phil. Yeah, Shanks. These are the people. These are the good people. The very good people. Okay, I'm waving goodbye. Can you just say, everybody go online and just say goodbye, Lewis? I'm going to keep this up for 5 minutes. See you tomorrow. Annette. Missing you already. Missing back my audiobook, 1984. Well, I was in that film. Okay, we'll catch you later. Hopefully GB News in a couple of days. Okay. I love you. Go to Discord. If you don't know how to go on Discord, maybe Kinsey can put a link in for you, or do I have to do that again? There was a link from me. Maybe I should go to Discord. You can talk on Discord. Okay.